Just getting started!
Yo, what is going on, all my wonderful but amazing viewers? It's your boy, Real Gamers, back with another video. And before anything, I would like to start by saying thank you once again for just taking the time of your day to stop by and tune in. So hey, helps out the channel, and thank you. Now, without wasting any more time, let's get straight into what the video is about, which is Celestial Prec. In this video, I'll be showing you guys all the loadouts I have from single target up to my range loadout, giving you guys some pointers as to what I personally recommend for each single target loadout, just because that's what I've been working on the most with this power. Something I will speak about really quick is Celestial is really inconsistent with its damage. Elaborating off of what I mean is normally it will hit upwards to 75, 80k for its parser, then dropping downwards to a 50 or 60k parser. Which I personally think this happens a lot because of its dot moves, which it really doesn't have many to work with. And with the moves that we are currently working with, they don't really tick for that hard, which in Celestial's case, you may see a move tick for 2 to 3 hits at most. So hey, there's a lot to speak about throughout the video. I will have timestamps down below, so feel free to skip along. Also, if this video helps you on any sort of way, please go in the comment section, let me know what I could have done better, and let's go for 25 likes. But hey, let's get straight into it. For the first single target loadout, as for moves, we are currently using Wither and the weapon buff, Phase Dodge and Neo Venom, finally Whirling Dervish and Robot Sidekick. For the weapon tree, just max out Dual Wield and Bow so you can have the weapon masteries. For the movement mode, hands down Super Speed is the best movement just because you get Phase Dodge and Whirling Dervish in the process. As for the iconics, there's not really much happening here. And finally, as for the stat tree, here are my stats. Now, with the way I run the loadout, I would normally clip all 3 moves at once. Then whenever I get the chance to, I would clip Whirling Dervish to cancel the rotation. Now, I like to use this loadout in 2 ways, which one, you can spam Wither whenever it's off a cooldown, which it comes off a cooldown really quickly. Or second, you can actually wait until all 3 of your moves are off a cooldown to hit it. Keep in mind, Wither is our dot move that's placed onto one enemy, but the damage will spike over to the others that are nearby, which should give you room to solo target the boss and hit all the other adds that are nearby. But just be aware of if you're targeting a boss or just any add that's really low in health, your damage won't jump onto the next add. On to the second loadout, and now with this loadout we are using Haunt instead of Wither. And from using both moves, I seen Haunt actually hit a bit harder just because Wither, even though they both tick for 3 hits, Wither is only hitting upwards to 5 to 6k, as for Haunt is hitting upwards to 9 to 10k. Which may not be that huge of an issue, but then again, the Haunt animation is a lot faster than Wither, which overall means you may throw out a bit more damage with Haunt rather than Wither. Plus, with throwing out damage, your damage may be a bit more consistent, as you guys are seeing me just hit for straight 80ks right here. Be aware with using a spamming move like Haunt, it's really common to overcommit to the move, and overcommitting isn't too bad at times because having a high parser with a lot of hits means more damage, but then again, that may lower your crit rate of the overall loadout, so just be aware of how many times you're spamming the move. Okay, so getting straight into our last loadout, which is Cursed, and with this move we are keeping focus on the boss rather than the adds. Personally, Cursed would be my go-to move, say if I need to DPS check something or go for a fast burn. But this move can be used in many ways, which one, you can use it without inflicting the PI, which only allows it to hit for a big tick of damage, which I may hit upwards to 35 to 40k for 1 hit, or I'll possibly inflict the PI, allowing it to hit for that dot tick of damage. Keep in mind, while inflicting this move into a dot, it's only ticking for 3 times, which each tick may go upwards to 8k to 10k. So this is what the damage is looking like, and I hope you guys all use the loadout. Okay, so getting straight into our range loadout, and keep in mind with using Haunt as a move, your damage can vary for how many adds you're hitting in each group. For example, if you had 5 ads in front of you and you're using Haunt, you may do more damage in a group of 5 ads versus maybe a group of 8 ads. Which, as everybody may know by now, it's really common to stumble into a huge group of ads while maybe doing elite content. Which some people get the terminology of, if you have a bigger group of ads and you have a move that does a lot of hits, oh, you're doing a lot of damage, which should be true, but that only means your damage is having to split between all the other ads and hopefully give you a high crit, which having more ads makes your crit rate actually go lower. But as you guys see with my damage, my hits are jumping up and down, but the damage is still climbing up. Getting straight into our last range loadout. Using Wither instead of Haunt as a move is a bit slower, but then again your damage is a bit higher. Understand, with having a slow animation like Wither, you won't be having that many hits for a single parser. Therefore, while doing the rotation, I would recommend you guys to possibly use the move twice in a row, just so the dot can tick more than once, because the dot kind of drops really quickly, and the dot doesn't really tick for that hard, but you will have those crazy spikes in your damage. Other than that though, just make sure not to overcommit to using the move more than your liking, and your damage will continue to rise. Be aware, if you choose on spamming Wither, you aren't gaining more damage by applying the dot more. The only good I've seen from doing this is possibly gaining the same number of hits on your next parser, which technically means you're not dropping damage, but nor are you gaining too much damage, if you know what I mean. Just to mention, spamming the whole time and possibly slowing down on one rotation means to drop one heavy parser. Getting straight into our gear mods and artifacts. As for our gear mods, there's nothing too special that we're running with. The only thing I would consider is our face piece or even the helmet. With the helmet, you may run any supercharge mod you like, or you may possibly run the weapon buff mod. The face piece is the only other obsolete item which gives you a white mod socket, so feel free to continue on using it if you would like. For those who choose to run the weapon buff mod, you could run the Venom Wrist Dispenser as an artifact option. Finally, as for the artifacts, we are running the Transformation card, Strategist, and the Grim. Be aware, for those who may want to EOG spam, replace the Grim for the EOG, and for those who want to use the Venom Wrist, I personally say it's better using the Venom Wrist and the Grim together, so just replace the Strategist card. So, there's a lot that I've spoken about throughout the video, and if you guys have made it this far, hey, thank you a lot. As for my final thoughts about the power and if you guys should switch to it or not, I'd say go on ahead because it's not a bad power at all. My only flaw that I feel this power has is its lack in dots. Which, please don't get me wrong, I understand how some players aren't worried about dots and some may only like the power for what it is, so don't get on me. Something else I forgot to mention, but as you guys see, I'm using Consume Souls, which is a dot move, but it's only a single target move. This right here, I would say it's the strongest move that Celestial has. Well, there is Plague too, but you know, those are my thoughts about the power, and I hope to see more players use it. So just like that, we are approaching the end of the video, and I'm going to let the gameplay play out for you guys. There's a lot that I've covered throughout the video, and to some, I'm pretty sure there's not a lot that I've covered, but still, I tried my hardest to explain everything to the smallest detail. Through the video, I tried to give a better understanding of some of the popular moves that most others would use. And please don't be afraid to comment your opinion or just any suggestions that you guys have for possibly my next video. But other than that, I hope you guys have all enjoyed. Once again, please hit that like button. Let's go for 25 likes if you guys have all enjoyed. Or for those who I possibly persuaded to switch to this power. But hey, let's get straight into the clip.